thanks everyone. I think these were very stimulating talks. I really enjoyed them and hope you all also enjoyed all of these. I think thanks to Nina and Pat and the Elizabeth Blackwell team. Also to our keynote speaker, also plenary speakers and everybody else. I think broadly the way I saw it is that human is at the center and we're thinking around a human. So that is one takeaway that I had from Connor's talk. I would see AI as a discovery, and then we are using this discovery in various ways, starting with how do we design AI, what should be the considerations there. We're starting to think about various tools that we have created, how are we using it for various scenarios, mental health, ADHD, seizure, and so on and so forth. And then we're also starting to think about how are we making sure that these tools are trustworthy, considering that people are different, and so on and so forth. Right. So I think so it's really good for me to understand. It was very nice to see what are various things people are doing from various expertise. Make sure you use the time in the networking session, talk to each other. Also look at the support that is provided by the Zumbard AI team, also by JGI, and see how you can help and do collaborate and so on.
Thanks, Nirav. He stole a lot of the things that I was going to say, so I will just not repeat, but just add to the bits that I think also stood out for me. I think one thing that stood out for me is that a lot of us are talking, as Nirav said already, about people, but there were like a few nuggets of these other important things, like, for example, the context of operation and the differences between the context for which we design and in which we then deploy, and then variation of the context and variation of the qualities of the users impacting on whether or not what we have made as a good and ethical, potentially, excellent solution suddenly becomes unusable. And that also relates to the notion of ecosystems that Aisling pointed out. So I think now what I'm picking up as things that I would have liked to see a bit more, and maybe we're not talking enough about, and this is an ecosystem. So yes, we talk about people, we talk about professionals, we talk about technology. What is a bigger ecosystem within which all that exists? Maybe we can talk a bit more about that. And also, what are the conflicts about those things that we are talking about? What are the ethics, right? Why didn't you guys talk about conflicts, ethical conflicts? I was really looking forward to finding out a bit more about this. So maybe we should be thinking about those areas as well a little bit more. Yes, and the key challenge for me is often what is right. So how do we make a decision about what is or isn't right? And especially when there are ethical conflicts between many right things. So other than that, as Nirav said, enjoy, and thank you to everybody who organized this, and such a big thank you to Sarah, who last minute dropped everything in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.